In today's episode of the Hexagon Challenge, we start off with our second leg of our second round Copa Columbia game, a home league against Barranquilla, and then we're heading into the quarter-finals of the Copa Libertadores. We're taking on Argentinian outfit Talleres over 2 legs. It's another triple header. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to the channel, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button and turning the notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated. And if you enjoyed today's episode as well, leave a comment or a thumbs up on it. Either way, I will be happy and it will help more people view the series. So in yesterday's episode, which if you have not checked out, then go do it. It will take a while because it was another triple header like we've got today. We progressed to the next stage of the Copa Libertadores, but we also had our first foray into the Colombian Cup for this season. We hold a 3-2 lead going into the second leg against Barranquilla, which we are about to start off with now. In terms of catching you guys up on what's happened in the meantime, we've had some league games. Scroll down, you'll see when that last Universidad game was. We've had 3 league games. I won't run you through the highlights because look at the amount of goals scored. It will take us forever. We started off with a nice home win against Alianza Petrolera, doubles to Gutierrez and Justice Zulu. So that was a good start to that little run. Then we took on Junior, the same 11 pretty much that started, and we shared the goals nicely here. A 5-2 win. We were 4-0 up at one stage. They got 2 back, and then we got a late one. Serna, Guzman, Zulu, Duran, and Buichlago all getting goals. You'll notice in those games with the first team that Justice Zulu really starting to show his class in this team now. I really like the look of that guy. I said it when we first signed him. He looks very good, the South African midfielder. And then we did a rotated side against Leones to keep our first team fit for this cup game. I thought it was worth the risk. Even though the board don't really care about the cup, I thought we may as well try and get as far in it as we can, especially with a chance to play the first team in it with that week gap until this Talleres game. And we bet Leones 4-0. These two teams, Junior and Leones, do occupy the bottom 2 spots in the league at the moment. Goals to Ortiz, Lasso, Estupinan and Gutierrez. A good performance. Gutierrez having to come off the bench because Hernando Venegas did get injured. That is the only bit of bad news since your last year. But our league form's very good. We are 1 point behind America de Cali, but we have a game in hand. And with the way the league works, we only need to make the top 8 to be in those finals. Anyway, Hernando Venegas, big injury, broke his foot. He is out for 3 to 4 months. That means we're a little bit short on strikers. Luckily, Oscar Estupinan's back, and he's kind of our backup striker. We've put Walmsley into that first team spot now, so he's going to work as our backup striker. But we've also called up from the under-20s, Carlos Ramos. A reason I loaned so many people out was because we had this nice crop of really young players who were matching the 18 to 20 year olds. So I thought that if we needed to go that deep into our squad, we'd give the young guys a go, and this guy's one of them. Only 16 years old, very recently 16 years old in fact, but you can see he's got some really nice stats, finishing, dribbling, those sort of things. Needs to work on his composure a little bit and maybe his anticipation, but very good technical player. He looks like a nice future prospect for the club, so we might be giving him a little bit of game time over the next few months, considering how long that Venegas injury is. But we will get into this Barranquilla game. There is no TV coverage, so we'll run you guys through the squad. It is the first team, as you would imagine. As I said, Walmsley is now firmly entrenched in there. He's playing quite well, actually, is Logan Walmsley, and being a 19-year-old on the way up compared to Oscar, who seems to be on the way down still, just coming back from injury, but that potential ability he used to have has really disappeared, and especially with that injury to Hernando as well, he can also cover backup striker, so that's a good place for him at the moment, Oscar on the bench. But otherwise, it's the team that you would expect from us at this point, and we will come back when the game starts, the second leg of the Colombian Cup, second round. So this is our home league. We have 1 goal lead after yesterday's episode. That game 3-2. We went up 2-0 early but conceded some late until a Serna cross that I believe it was Oscar. It was Harazo that put that away. There's a goldfish memory. But we get underway. We're in our home uniform, the white with the green stripe, playing right to left. And Barranquilla yet again are in their reddy orange with the white shorts. but nothing happening early. It remains 0-0. It would be good to do reasonably well in this competition. I mean, it will depend how we get on in the Copa Libertadores, I suppose. The deeper we go into that, then the more we probably want less games to keep our squad fresh. It's going to be trying to balance the games. We'll probably, after this game, be leaning more towards rotating the squad, and that's not great from our first team. It is a goal early on to Barranquilla. Now, we gave the ball away deep in our half. I'm not sure who that was in hindsight, and it's that man again, Serpa, who's just been an absolute nightmare for us to deal with. He's a player who I might have to have a look at because he's been superb in these games. 3 goals for him now. Now, who is that who's missed the header? Because that is pretty poor, and if it's who I think it is, who I can't actually get to you, you're very lucky, mate, because I can't click on you. Nah, now you're in trouble. Who is it? Cerna. Oh, dear. Cerna. And just like that, it is 3-3, and away goals don't count in the Colombian Cup, so this is a bit tight all of a sudden in this first game of the day. Throw in to Atletico Nacional. We are now coming up to the 40th minute, so it's been a really quiet game. And hopefully we can get something going, because I wouldn't want this game going to extra time or penalties, to be fair, albeit we do have a week until the next game, and our first team can get away with it. But Hector Boyer, who has been in really good form as well since since yesterday's episode, here's a shot it looked like, and Gutierrez has got on the end of it, tapped it away in the top left corner, and we have our 1-goal lead back. Just after they tried to shut up shop, they were playing cautiously, defending more narrowly. You can see Boyer, it looks like a shot. Gutierrez has actually just got his head to that and flicked it in. Very much a poacher's goal, that, but we'll take it. 4-3 coming up to half-time on aggregate. And that is half-time. Not many highlights, mainly goals it was actually, just the 2 goals. We've had the better run of play, and it's not a bad position to be in, 1 goal up, but I'd like us to be a little bit better here, considering we are using the first team, and our second team did get a result against these guys, albeit late when we brought a few of these guys on, so a little bit disappointing that half. I'll tell the boys that they're capable of better. I think we won't get too harsh on them. We don't want to get their mentality in the mud before next week's games against Talleres. Tell them that we have faith in them. We'll leave things as they are. Hector Boyer picked up a little bit of a knock earlier, but he seems to have recovered okay. So we'll keep things as they are. Not too many players who are struggling. Duran may be the only one, and he's got a lot of assists this season, actually. It's something I noticed since the last game. Carvajal gets a shot off there. Lara holds it safely, and it remains 1-1 early in the second half, but 4-3 to us on aggregate. Throw into Atletico Nacional at the 52nd minute. A quiet game to date. Gutierrez will come out, claim that out to Walmsley. It was a shot. It has somehow snuck through, and in fact, it's another goal that's been poached, this time from Cerna. Makes up for getting out jumped by the striker, who I've just forgotten the name of, the guy who's in absolutely wonderful form for them. Gutierrez came out to get the long throw. Now Walmsley with the shot, and Cerna just gets his foot to it to deflect it somewhat slightly away from where the keeper was diving, and we have our 2-goal cushion, which is what we were after. And it looks like we might be in a good position to go through to the next round of the Colombian Cup. And they give the ball away to Perez here. And Duran now looking to get something going. Probably the player playing the worst. Finds Walmsley. It's a tight angle. Tries to square it. But no one is up far enough to get on the end of it. Although we do get possession back from the clearance. Now Boyer, Duran, Gutierrez has a shot that's blocked. Duran makes his way nicely around the defenders, but then his shot is blocked. We will get a corner out of this as we come into the 54th minute. Boyer is going to whip this in. Can Cerna get his head on the end of it? No. And it is actually going to go out to Graziani. So this is a counter-attacking chance for Barranquilla. Can they get the gap back to 1 goal in aggregate? Back to Lozano on a yellow card. Buitrago for them. That's the highlight though. It is still 2-1 on the day after 55 minutes, but we have a throw-in. Guzman whips it in. Gutierrez is there to get on the end of it. Back to Guzman. Into Boyer here with a shot. The first one blocked. Zulu has a shot. His wide. He is quite good at long shots. Zulu. That one not in the back of the net. And it remains 2-1. But we have yet another highlight. This half a lot more going on than the first, as our midfielders knock it about just inside our own half. Pilar's up to Boyer as we just get into our area of the field that we want to be getting in. Now Zulu over the top for Duran. Good effort from him, but a good save from Sinistero to tip that over the bar. Had plenty on it. It was going to that bottom right corner, but a good save getting to the ground. Boya with a corner. It's headed clear out to Graziani. Will they be able to create something? No. Walmsley with a good sliding tackle. That will be out for a throw, and it remains 2-1 on the day. Free kick to Atletico Nacional. Angel takes it. We've made one change since the last highlight. Mosquera coming on for Duran. As Walmsley is a shot there. It's blasted wide. So nothing coming from it. And it remains 2-1, but 5-3 on aggregate with 20 to go. Throw into Barranquilla as we come up to a quarter of an hour to go in this game. We have taken Palaza off, only having an okay game. We've brought the Venezuelan Patino on. That's a nice ball over for Gutierrez. Can he put this away? Good save yet again from Sinistero. We've had some good chances in the second half, but have been unable to make the most of them. But Boya will put this corner in. It's headed away yet again from Vasquez and Graziani. They have us covered on that near post tactic at the moment. And he's going to get beyond. Who is that? Guzman? It should be. No, Walmsley. Okay. Puts a ball in for Carvajal. Really good save from Lara. So we get away with that one. And it remains 2-1. We will make a quick change. Taking Boya off for Buitrago. Not sure if that's gone free. It doesn't look like it. Reyes to put this corner in. Headed clear from Walmsley out to Soto. Hopefully this is the highlight. And it's finishing. It's blocked there. That will be the sub that will take place. All our subs done with 10 to go. We hold a 2-goal lead on aggregate. Throw into Atletico Nacional. Guzman to take it. Just not enough on that. A bit too far out for that long throw. Cleared away from Barranquilla as they try and play very direct. But Perez is able to cover that very comfortably. And we get it up to Guzman, who's made his way into the midfield. Patino off the bench trying to find Mosquera there. Now it's a ball from Zulu. Heads it down for Gutierrez. That's a nice effort. Zulu will get an assist. Tapping that on with his head. And Gutierrez, his 33rd goal of the season in Colombia. He has broken the club record for goals in the season, I believe. And some nice play. That pass from Patino to start off was quite good. And then he launches another long one. So it's a nice play from the Venezuelan there. Finding Zulu's head. Taps that on to Gutierrez, who's in a nice position to bury that in the bottom left corner. We'll look at the offside here. Yeah, he's well onside. You can see the centre back on the left-hand side playing him on. And we now have a 3-1 lead, and it's looking very good. 6-3 on aggregate. Throw into Barranquilla here late in the game. Probably a bit too late if they're going to create anything, but they could pinch a goal back, and Carvajal in a bit of space. His shot blocked. And a little bit messy, the clearance there from us. But still 3-1. Goal kick in the final minute of referee's time here to Barranquilla, and Angel cuts that out to Mosquera, back to Perez. We're able to get something going before the referee blows full time. It finds its way back to Perez. He plays that for Zulu, a sliding tackle that is just not done enough to get position for Barranquilla. We knock it about the midfield. Been quite impressed with Patino since he's come on. Some nice long balls from that deep line playmaker role. A good one there for Gutierrez. His shot blocked though. Zulu might be able to play someone in here, but he's fouled by Suarez. It will be a free kick. Will we get a shot off, or will it be full time? Cerna to take it. Tries to whip it over the wall. Not going to happen. Barranquilla will get possession, but I suspect the full time whistle is about to blow, and it has. We went down 1-0 early, but we came back nicely with goals to Gutierrez, Cerna, and another to Gutierrez. The first two goals being very much poachers' efforts, but the last one a nice header on from Zulu from the Patino long ball, and Gutierrez burying that bottom left corner. And after a slow start, it took us about 40 minutes to get into the game. We have done a decent job, and we will be going through to the next round of the Colombian Cup. Tell the boys that we did a fairly good job. I wouldn't say I'm overly impressed with it, but a win's a win, and we'll take it. Hopefully it doesn't hinder our fixture congestion too badly. I'm a bit afraid there'll be another game in 3 days' time now, but hopefully that isn't the case. That's a concern. Alejandro Gutierrez could use a rest. I need to rest him from training for a couple of days, I think, because we really need you. And that's going to make life difficult because sometimes they override you. So hopefully we aren't going to lose him, because then we would be in a real spot of bother striker-wise, because, man, we need him. Tell me it was good. We'll get his morale up, because, yeah, I need you for these games coming up. But no news on who we're playing in the next round of the Colombian Cup yet, so we will come back in a week's time in game. The first leg against Talleres from Argentina away. a quarter-final in the Copa Libertadores. Okay, so we are back for the Copa Libertadores quarter-final. We're going to be doing both leagues today, and we have the first one away against Talleres, who, when we saw them, were struggling in the early stages of the Argentinian season, but it looks like they're getting things right back on track now. They've only just started theirs. They were down in the dumps early, but it was only after one game. It looks like they are right back on track and doing better than River Plate, although they have a game in hand on them. So I'm expecting a similar battle to what we faced against River Plate. These guys not as highly ranked as River Plate in the season preview, so in theory they should be slightly easier for us, but we'll see how we get on. I'm expecting this to be quite tough, especially for like some Moises Sandoval in goal. This is probably the last stage of the Copa Libertadores where if I get knocked out, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. If we're not good enough, we rebuild. If we get to the semi-finals and then lose narrowly, it's going to get to the point where I just get really frustrated. It's just how I am. When you get that close, it's like, oh, I can taste it. And then nope, to have it snatched away at that stage is really frustrating. But hopefully we do all right here and we can get to that stage. Wasn't expecting to get this far in my first season here at Atletico Nacional, but the team that I've built, especially in this mid-season transfer window, I am very happy with. We've been drawn for the third round of the Colombian Cup 2 against Deportes Tolima, so a team who got knocked out in the last round of the Copa Libertadores. It's a tough matchup, but I'm not focusing on that competition from now on. The board don't care. I'll probably put a rotation lineup out against them. If the board don't care, I might as well take the opportunity to field a weaker team, but we will come back when the match coverage starts for this first leg of the Copa Libertadores quarter-final. So the away league, here's the Talleres squad. In particular, names to watch out for: Balanta and Sandoval. Sandoval, our former keeper at Cúcuta Deportivo, and Balanta, both very good Colombian products who I wouldn't mind getting in here. Our team, our starting 11, the team that we would want at this stage. No changes from the cup game that we just played. Hoping for a better performance here, because if we start the way we did against Barranquilla, then we're probably going to be in trouble against a better quality team. But the boys seem pretty revved up for this, so we'll see how we get on. We are in the dark green, playing left to right. Talleres in the mainly white with the blue stripe and shorts. And they will have a free kick, I should say, in the second minute. Headed onto Rodriguez, but Perez pinches it off them. Yeah, this should be quite tight over the two legs, but we'll see how we get on. We obviously did a really good job in the second half of the second round against the Chilean side, Universidad Católica, yesterday. Boyer with an early shot, although Sandoval forced into a good save. Exactly what I expect from my former goalkeeper. It remains 0-0 early after the first chance. Throw in to Talleres as we come up to the 7-minute mark. Looks like Rojas is going to put a ball in. It has fallen to Balanta, but the shot blocked from Serna, back out to Rojas. And Boyer blocks, and I think it's come back off Rojas, and it will be a goal kick. Throw in to Talleres again as we are in the 21st minute now. Ayala on a yellow card. I've told the boys maybe just going a little bit harder on him, try and wind him up. An intercept there now. Duran's going to pump this forward. Get my mouse out the way, that might help. Rojas covering. And it goes up to Orde. Ayala tries to play another long ball. Cut out by Palaza, but only to Fernandez, and they look to get something going, although Guzman with a good intercept. The former Valles player, a team who are also involved in this stage of the tournament, I believe. Now Guzman gets it back. Looking to find Wormsley, he does. This will go back to Guzman, now Palaza. As we hold possession nicely, Boyer looking to build something. Gutierrez back to Duran. Oh, he's in here nicely, but the shot is well wide. That's a good early chance, but we don't hit it on target. Still 0-0 in the 23rd minute, but we have a throw-in that goes to Wormsley. A tackle now. Gutierrez nearly got on the end of that. It's cleared out to Guzman. He keeps possession now. Wormsley is in here. Here's a shot, but Sandoval, he's going to be annoying, isn't he, being a former player? Good save, and it remains 0-0 after 25 minutes. Goal kick to Talleres not long after that last shot. And Villarreal will, I think that was the name, will tip it on for Angel, so they lose possession. Lara out to Serna. And now we look to pump this deep, trying to find Duran. The ball going over the top though, and it will be Talleres. They put a long ball in here, although Lara should comfortably take care of that. Expect to see something happening soon because this highlight's been very direct at the moment. Now Boyer. Hopefully this is something for us. Duran just keeping the ball for us there. Running into the midfield. He loses possession. Yep, he does. Okay, I was wondering what was happening there, although Cerner will come out nicely and claim it back for us. Zulu for Boyer. Duran. Back to Boyer. He'll find Perez in space. Can he whip something in nicely for a shot? And it's Wormsley. The youngster gets a goal in the Copa Libertadores. And we are 1-0 up away from home. A very crucial away goal. I can't imagine there's going to be too much in this tie. So an away goal could be oh so important. We were able to free Perez up nicely on the right. A lot of space. And Wormsley getting over his man. The goalkeeper blocked by a defender, it looked like there, who was pretty much standing in his way. Couldn't get a good line of sight on it. And Wormsley buries the header in the bottom right corner. 1-0 after half an hour to Atletico Nacional. Throw in to Talleres as we come up to the 36th minute. Ayala on the edge of the box. Loses the ball and Gutierrez is going to get on the end of this. Can he get round the final man? He's cutting inside. He's lining him up. He gets in the box. That angle was just too narrow in the end. It was good work by the lone defender. It's a goal kick, still 1-0. Corner to Talleres as we're coming up to the last 5 minutes of the first half. Cerner heading it clear and Gutierrez is going to get on the end of this too. He's got 2 defenders to deal with this time. Might have got past one, although he's just slowed up there. Hopefully he looks for support because there's a lot coming. It's a tackle. That looked like a penalty, and it is. That one he definitely did not get the ball, and VAR is probably going to check this, but I imagine it's going to stay a penalty. It just looked like it was. And it is. It's going to be... Who was it going to be? There's no Oscar, is there? So it might be Angel from memory. The centre-back might be taking this penalty. No, Palaza. Okay, Palaza, come on. Straight at Sandoval. It's an awful penalty. Oh, that could be crucial. A 2-goal away lead would have been so nice, but Palaza has had a shocker, and it remains 1-0 as we approach half-time. Throw in to Atletico Nacional. We've got that to Duran. He'll hit it to Boyer. Disappointing into the first half. We should be 2-0 up after that penalty, but Palaza not able to do the job, and he's given the ball away there too, so not a good few minutes there. And now Rodriguez looking to get something going. If we concede an equaliser just before the half, I'll be heartbroken. But Cerner puts the ball deep, albeit straight back to a Talleres player. Balanta, they're going to go down the far left here, aren't they? Oh, they've tried to catch Lara out there, but he was onto it for that long shot. And the highlight will continue, so maybe we get something going from the back here. Angel up to Boyer. Over to Wormsley, who got the opening goal. It's a long ball for Gutierrez. He's in behind here. Can he finish? It's a dink. It's a goal. That's more like it. 2-0. Man, we could have been 3-0 up, but I'll take 2-0 any day of the week. Away from home. This is a great first half from us. Wormsley getting the ball. He sees the run from Gutierrez. Very well timed. Wormsley having a wonderful half, a goal and an assist, and Gutierrez chipping that nicely over the keeper into the centre of the net, where it should go into half-time 2-0 up. And that is half-time, a 2-0 lead, and one that we thoroughly deserve, you'd have to say. We've had the most chances, the most clear-cut chances, and we even had a penalty that was hit straight at the goalkeeper, so it could be even worse for Talleres. Is very happy with how things are going. I'll tell the boys that is exactly how I feel. And get straight into the second half. No need to make changes. I did click the berate button instead of the praise button by accident before half-time, so luckily that's not had an impact thanks to that half-time talk. And we get the ball early in the second half, and it's Duran on the attack here. Can he play this in for Gutierrez? He's just inside the box. It's a tackle, and it will be a corner. No penalty that time. We've already got our penalty for the day. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. If they come back, that's going to be a little bit frustrating. We have a corner that Boyer puts in. It is cut out. Now Fernandez will be on the end of this. Hopefully there's going to be nothing more coming from it, although he has got beyond his man there. So Talleres is making their way into our half. It's a cross. Guzman cuts out, and now Wormsley with the ball. End-to-end stuff here. He'll play this back to Guzman, and that will settle things down. 2-0 early in the first half of the first leg. Although Talleres do now have a highlight. Fernandez back to Ayala on a yellow. They're taking their time here, just looking to find a way in behind us here. Villarroel, Balanta. Now they find Lucero once again, a right back in a bit of space. It's a good effort from Balanta. We just gave him far too much room there, and our 2-goal lead is down to 1. And sure enough, one of the players who I thought would be dangerous is popped up. Lucero just given too much room, and I don't know what Cerna's doing there. He sort of ran away from the ball, and Balanta is able to tuck that away bottom left, and it's down to 2-1, albeit 2 away goals is something that I will take still. It's a pretty good position to be in. The only frustration is that it could have been free given the penalty, but we now have a chance. Perry's just being given a lot of time. Boyer was about to get on the end of that, but can't. Guzman to cover the clearance, and we will keep possession. Zulu, Boyer, Wormsley, Duran. Now Gutierrez is a mile offside here, but Duran with a shot just wide, and it remains 2-1 at the 50-minute mark. Throw into Talleres, 54 minutes. Hopefully we can cut out this little comeback they're having. Lucero puts a ball in, and Hal getting on the end of that. Good clearance from him. And now Duran to find Gutierrez, who heads that on for some reason. Probably under enough pressure from the defender, Marassi, to be forced into getting his head to that instead of trying to control it. And now it is Talleres who will try and get us on the counter yet again. Now that's a bad pass, and Gutierrez is going to get on the end of this right. Can Duran play him in? He'll find Wormsley, who's having a very good game, but he loses the ball just as I say that. And it's going to be Talleres in behind here. Cabral, Lara, he probably should have done better there, and we've blown our lead inside the first 2 minutes of the second half. That half-time talk obviously has not helped our boys, and things are square. Disappointing there from Wormsley to lose the ball. He's been having such a good game too, and Cabral just has the pace to get in behind our defence. Lara, I thought he might have had that covered, but to be fair to Cabral, put that away near post. And we're 2-2 after 15 minutes of the second half. Throw into Talleres as they really look to get things rolling here, trying to get a lead, which would be very disappointing. Now Fernandez Zulu makes a good block, Wormsley clearing it out, and Gutierrez has got on the end of this, and he is in behind. Does he need support? No, he doesn't. We are back in front. Alejandro Gutierrez, and another assist to Logan Wormsley. Apart from the ball that he gave away for that second goal by Talleres, he is having a blinder, a nice long ball. He's done well to get on the end of that Gutierrez. Not great from Marassi, I believe that was, and he tucks that away nicely past Sandoval, and we've got our third away goal, 3-2 with half an hour to go. Corner to Talleres as they look to square things up yet again. Ayala to take it. Cerna gets his head to it. Now Gutierrez is once again going to have the pace to get on the end of this, and he's got plenty of support should he need it. Hopefully he uses it, because he looks a bit isolated on his own up there at that time, and unfortunately didn't look to find them, although the clearance from Talleres only finds Perez, and now it's back to Gutierrez. Plaza only having an okay game. Zulu, Boyer. Wormsley will play that through Gutierrez over to Duran. The shot blocks, some nice play. He will have a corner. Hopefully the background noise isn't too bad for you guys. There's roadworks going on across the road, and they've just got back from their lunch break now. Boyer with the corner. It's cleared out to Wormsley. As I said, having a blinder of a game, the youngster, 19 years old. He will earn us a foul there. Nothing coming from the free kick though. It remains 3-2. Goal kick to Atletico Nacional. Lara to take it short in the 70th minute. 20 minutes to go. Bit of a hairy pass there from Angel when he was under pressure, but now we get it out to the midfielders. Boyer making his way into the right half of the field for us. Duran down the right. A player who we have finally been able to offer a new contract to Boyer. I thought that might be something similar to the last episode. Scored a very similar goal, that one just blazing wide of the far post. And it remains 3-2, and it's now Talleres who will look to play Cabral in. The first save from Lara, very good. Hopefully we can keep it out. And we do. That was a very good chance there for Talleres, but we keep it to 3-2. Free kick to Cerna here. He's actually got some good whip on it. Hits the post. Heck of a free kick from Cerna, but not having a great deal of luck today. Missed penalty in that, and it remains 3-2 with quarter of an hour to go. And we will make a change. Duran on the red heart will bring Mosquera on for him. And in terms of other things, I think we'll just leave them as they are. No need to make changes for the sake of it. Most players going okay. 15 to go. 3-2 up. Throw in to Atletico Nacional in the 88th minute. We have changed both wingers as well. Mosquera and Oscar on, and also Boyer came off for Buitrago. A good chance for Mosquera. Straight off the bench, and it's 4-2. Oscar with the assist. So our two wingers that came off the bench have joined forces there to get our fourth goal. And that's a nice one. A clearance that found Angel. Plaza up to Guzman. Back to Plaza. Oscar. That's a lovely flick on, and a good header that catches Sandoval out. He gets his hand to it but can't keep it out. 4-2 late in this first leg. A great scoreline for us. It is a lovely idea from Oscar to flick that on. And Mosquera again catching Sandoval out with the finish. 4-2 as we get into referee's time. Free kick here. Now Cerna's going to whip this in. It is cleared away to Pintos. Now Perez is on a yellow and he's probably one of the defenders back here, which is a bit of a concern. No point telling him to ease off tackles this late into the game, I felt. Now Oliver. Will they peg yet another one back? It's been a very even game. Angel heading that back to Lara though. And we've still got 3 minutes of referee's time left. And it will find Oscar, who heads that to Gutierrez, and he's looking to get him behind here. Plays that to Mosquera. Can he get a double? No, a good tackle from Andre, I believe that was the name that popped up. And we will have a late corner with 2 minutes left of referee's time. Guzman to put it in. Ayala heads it clear back out to Guzman. A 5th would be absolute dreamland for us here. Buitrago though, his first shot blocked and he looks to hold possession back to Perez, puts one long. Ayala down to Rodriguez, that's the highlight, and we are now deep into referee's time as we have a throw in. Guzman puts it deep and cleared out to Angel, and that is full time. They came back at us in that second half. We missed a penalty, we hit the post with a free kick, but we came back quite quickly after going to 2-2 with a Gutierrez goal from a nice Walmsley clearance. He had a blinder to Logan Walmsley, getting the first goal and then the assist for the second goal for us just before half time. And then late on, Oscar setting up Mosquera, some nice headers from those two. And we earn a 4-2 win, which away from home, 4 away goals should be enough to put us in a very strong position. And at home, I imagine we should be okay. Hoping that doesn't put the curse on, but that's a really good first leg from us there. And I am extremely happy with that performance against probably our toughest opposition to date. And apparently people had written us off, so that's a nice result. Maybe Talleres were the favourites for that game, but we can now take them to our home ground with a 2-goal advantage, and they are going to need a lot of away goals as well. And the other ties, River Plate doing a good number on Sao Paulo, so I think our group is actually quite a strong one if both of us are still going, and Palmeiras in a very good position with Valles making the most of a Flamengo red card to also have advantage, albeit by a sole goal as they head to Flamengo's home. So maybe you'd still favour Flamengo in that tie, but otherwise we're looking good, touch wood. And there's the league table too. You can see how we're lying there, but we will come back in another week's time. We'll have to give Gutierrez another bit of a rest, and that could become an issue, which I'm hoping we're able to keep on top of. But we'll come back in a week's time. We might bring you guys highlights of the league game against Barranquilla in the meantime. We've just played them, so we'll probably just bring you guys the result of that game, and then we'll get into the second league against Talleres, where we hold a 4-2 lead going into our home ground. Okay, so we are back for this second leg of the quarter final, where we take a 4-2 lead into our home stadium against Talleres. Just the one game since you were last here. It didn't go to plan. We took on Barranquilla and we lost to them with the rotation team. We got an early goal to Oscar Estupinan, but unfortunately they were able to pull 2 back with headers to Carvajal, so that was a bit disappointing. We brought some of our big guns on, Cerna, Zulu and Palaza, but it wasn't good enough. So yeah, a bit unfortunate, but it did give our main team players a chance to freshen up to hold on to this 4-2 lead and hopefully make it into the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores. Let's get into the match coverage. We are the home team for the second leg, and it's the same team as we rolled out in the first. Perez on a yellow card, something we'll have to keep an eye on. Maybe Mancia might come on for him at some stage if things are going well. There's the Talleres team. Very hard to see the names Sandoval and Balanta still there though, so pretty similar to what we faced in the first leg. We are in the white with the green stripe, and Talleres in the all navy blue. They will be kicking off, playing left to right. They get it to their defenders early on. A 2-0 loss, a 1-3 loss even will be okay, because then we'll still have the 4 away goals to bank on. So it is good for us. Perez, but sliding tackle early doesn't give the penalty away, thankfully. That would have been a terrible start as we get possession back and look to get into the swing of things in this game. Hopefully we can just control the tie nicely. That would be the ideal goal. with our A team, I think they're capable of doing that. They were really good in that first league. As Walmsley finds Duran early, his shot blocked. He has signed a new contract, Duran. We've got rid of his $2.8 million release clause. Good here is with a header off a Duran cross, Sandoval diving to keep it out. And it is 0-0 early on in the second leg, 4-2 on aggregate. Corner to Talleres in the 9th minute. They look to get a goal back early. And Peralta, geez, get your names right, Shaun, with a diving header to keep it out, but only gives it back to the Talleres. And now Rodriguez is in a nice spot here and behind our defence, although he takes it out wide. Olivier, here's a shot, and it's Batalla who will put it in the back of the net, and they've got a goal back early here, have Talleres, so we need to get on to things here. Our defence not great at the moment, albeit the goals conceded in the last match off camera were a completely different defence, but Oliver with a shot. You can see Batalla's is onside. The player, there was a player who might have been interfering there, but they're going to let it stand. 1-0 to Talleres early. Throw into Atletico Nacional after 16 minutes. We try and find Walmsley, can't, and it will be Batalla, the goal scorer, trying to level things up in the tie, albeit we will still have the advantage on away goals. Hopefully we can get a goal just to get that 2-goal lead back. As Belanta back to Oliver. They're holding possession nicely early in this tie. That ball's going to be, oh no, it's not going to be cut out. So Rodriguez getting inside the box, just on the edge of it, back to Oliver, who got the assist for the first goal. Now Rodriguez. It's a tackle by Perez. It's blocked. The game getting a bit choppy. Duran clears it, and we keep on to this 1-goal lead on the tie. Free kick to Boyer. He's going to whip this in. Cerna's going to get his head to it. No, he gets his foot to it. And we've got the goal. It's a home goal. And they are in a big spot of ball now, Talleres. They probably could have come back if we didn't get a goal. But I'd like to think 2 goals up now. Boyer with a lovely free kick. The goalkeeper, Sandoval. That's disappointing from our former player. When we were at Kakuta Deportivo, Cerna timing his run easily onside. Gets his foot into it, blasted into the net. We're back level, 2 goals up in the tie. Talleres with the ball, and Duran's taken it off them though, and a good counter-attacking chance for us here as we come up to the half-hour mark. Duran, it's a tackle by Oliver right on the edge of the box now. It's a VAR decision. I think it's a free kick, but who knows? I'd say it's going to be a free kick. It looked a bit obvious, but the referee is going to go check it. He runs back out onto the field. No penalty. Yep, that's what it looked like. We have a free kick. Now Oliver's probably going to get a yellow card here. They've already picked up a few yellows. Oh no, just give them a warning. And we were going to take this free kick quickly. Duran whips it in. Cerna with the header, but it's over the bar. Yeah, that nearly came off. Nothing coming from it though. 1-1 after the half-hour mark. 32 minutes gone, and Perez is absolutely knackered. Is apparently injured, but it's not showing up. You can see his condition isn't great. He's also got a yellow card that he's on in continental competition, so we'll bring Mancia on for him. Forced into an early change, but hopefully we can hold on to this 2-goal lead for the remaining hour of the game. It is a corner here to Atletico Nacional. Boyer's going to take it. Angel gets his head to it, and it's in the back of the net. Kevin Angel with the second for Atletico Nacional, and we don't just have the lead in the tie, but the lead on the day as well, and we're now 3 goals clear. And surely we are now going to be through to the Copa Libertadores semi-finals. A nice ball from Boyer finding Angel, and he gets that into the side netting. Lovely goal. 2-1 after 35 minutes. And that is half-time. We conceded an early goal by Batalla, but we've got them back through Cerna from a free kick. He put it away with his foot, and then Angel from a corner. So we're doing well from our set pieces today. A good half in the end, and it's been pretty good, you'd have to say. 2-1 and 6-3 on aggregate, especially a nice position to be in. I'll tell the boys that I'm very pleased, I suppose, because I can't do much else. And we'll get into the second half. Already made that change at right back, so only 2 substitutions left. Zulu is tired, and he does have South African duty coming up. He's been picked for the South African national team, so he gets the chance to earn his first national cap as we try and find someone in the box there, give the ball away, and that is the highlight for now. 2-1 on the day, 6-3 on aggregate as we start the second half. Into the 74th minute now, and Sandoval kicks the ball straight to Gutierrez. We have made a change. Bui Chigo on for Zulu due to a red heart there, but Duran looking to make something of that poor clearance. Now Palazzo with a shot, deflected, but Sandoval holds on to it, and it will remain 2-1 with quarter of an hour to go. 3 goals up on aggregate. But Talleres will now have a throw in. They try and get it to Ayala, but it's headed clear by Boyer, I think that was. It goes out to Fernandez and back to Ayala. They will need a goal shortly if they are looking to get back into this. 3 goals behind on aggregate. Fernandez. They're just knocking it about deep in their own half here, or in our half I should say. Batalla. Back to Fernandez. Not the greatest pass, but he will tidy it up. Ayala. Up to Pintos. Back to Ayala, holding the ball nicely. Getting a little bit choppy, so hopefully might be 3 games that's doing that. Now Pintos gets beyond the defender there. It's a poor shot into the side netting, and we still hold our lead with 12 to go. Throw in to Talleres with 6 minutes to go. We have taken Boyer off for Patino and switched the midfield around. Some players getting on red hearts, and there's quite a few of them out there now, but not long to go as we turn the ball over. Walmsley gets it and fires it long to Gutierrez. Can he get him behind? A tackle that's missed. Can he put it behind the goalkeeper? He can. It's 3-1 on the day. 7-3 on aggregate, and yet again we have on aggregate got a very nice lead and might be going through quite comfortably in the end. 4-2 in the first league and now 3-1 after going 1-0 down earlier. Very good effort from us getting beyond the tackle there. Gutierrez and able to blast that past Sandoval, who committed early, and it's 3-1, and we are surely now in the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores. Goal kick to Talleres. Sandoval tries to find Batalla, but Guzman gets on the end of that. A few players struggling out there. Guzman wasn't a poor rating earlier. He's actually improved quite a bit. Walmsley, though, not having the greatest game, but with some players on red hearts and with the match situation, haven't really had to take him off. But it is Talleres looking to get one back. Probably only a consolation goal now. Surely, anyway, if it isn't, then I'm going to lose my absolute mind. But Ayala, that's a nice ball up to Cabral, who has looked good. He puts that past Lara. They get a consolation goal, 3-2 on the day, but they're still 3 goals behind. And with 1 minute of regular time left, I can't see things changing too much from here. Ayala, they were holding the ball nicely. He plays the ball for Cabral, who's got him behind Cerna there, who is tired, able to use his legs to get past him. And nice finish past Lara at 3-2 on the day, but we've still got 3 goals on aggregate, and there's only 3 minutes of referee's time left. They will have a throw in, but it is deep in their own half. Molasi back to Lucero. Long ball to try and get him behind us, but Patino cuts it out, albeit he gives it straight back to Lucero. Now Batalla. He's on the run, 2 minutes left. He tries to chip that one, and Mancia's made a mess of it. Pintos, he's in the clear here, but a good covering tackle by Angel. Realised he got there late, and now we are in the final minute. They need 3 goals. It surely isn't going to happen. They do have a throw-in, so maybe they're going to level things up on the day. But Ayala with a nice little flick pass back out to Rojas there. Tries to get it past Duran. It's gone out for a throw-in. By the time that takes place, it might be it. They put it in. It's cut out by Buichlago. It goes out towards the halfway line. And that is the game. We are in the Copa Libertadores semi-finals. A great effort from our guys. We went 1-0 down early, but goals in the first half to Cerna and Angel, and then a late one to Gutierrez before Cabral got one back. We go through 7-4 on aggregate, 3-2 today, 4-2 in the first leg. 2 pretty nice wins there for us against the team who we thought we might be a little bit better than after seeing that they were rated lower than River Plate, but it's great to get the job done, and we are now in with a real sniff. It's been sort of seeing how we stack up in this competition today, but now we're in the final 4. You'd have to say we're going to back ourselves. If we get knocked down now, it's going to be really heartbreaking, because as I've said a few times, I was imagining this competition would be one of the more difficult for us to win, but we're doing a really good job on our first crack at it here at Atletico Nacional. You can see Palmeiras have also gone through pretty comfortably, and River Plate also holding on to their lead quite nicely. So there's 3 other teams going through. We'll see if we can find out who have been drawn against in the next stage. And it has not happened yet. So we'll try and come back and tell you guys when the next game is going to be, when that draw takes place. Okay, so the second leg of this Flamengo-Valiers tie was the day after the rest of them. Flamengo, as I suspected, coming back and winning 6-2 on the day to go through 6-3 on aggregate. And would you believe it, the team that we're going to be playing is Flamengo, the same order as last time. The home league for us will be in the second league, but if we go back, there is a name on here that no doubt is of note, and I am quietly pecking myself because, as you can see, Neymar is at Flamengo. So we are going to be taking on one of the best players in the world. He has just joined here. We're actually pretty lucky because they were also trying to get Roberto Firmino from Liverpool, and he ended up going to Inter Miami on a free. So we're taking on Neymar in tomorrow's episode. They picked him up for free. That's going to be incredibly tough. I know I said I'd be gutted if I went out after this stage, but I mean, if we lose to Neymar, then it does soften the blow a little bit, albeit he is a bit older, so hopefully our defenders might be able to keep up with him pace-wise, but in terms of his technical and mental skills, he is scary. He is going to give us all sorts of trouble, but that is going to be in the next episode. Flamengo, we'll just have a quick look and see where they are. Obviously, well, yeah. Guess we're first in the Brazilian league, and it's not even close either. These guys are seriously good. Maybe we've had a lucky run up until now. Maybe that's what we'll call it because, yeah, they look ridiculously good. Yeah, not the draw I was after. Another tie is Palmeiras, who are down 11th. They're taking on River Plate. The final of the Copa Libertadores this year is at River Plate Stadium, where we have already won. So I honestly would have preferred either of those teams in the other half of the draw, but unfortunately we've got Flamengo. They're probably going to give us a hiding, but we'll see how we get on. It's going to be very interesting. That is the game that we will go with. And it is a little way away yet. As you can tell, we've got a couple of games in the meantime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 games to get there. We're going to bin off the Colombian Cup for now. Is important because it's not according to our board. We'll come back for the first leg of that tie. There's over a month between the ties, so it is going to drag out the rest of this Copa Libertadores should we have a chance, but at the very least it's going to get us right towards the end of the Colombian season anyway. But when we come back for the next episode, as I said, we'll do the first leg against Flamengo, Neymar and co. Oh boy, it looks quite scary. There's their tactic, just to show you guys how they're lining up. Other names there, I honestly don't know. They're probably all really good players. It's just that I don't really know many of them apart from Neymar. Danilo, is that the same Danilo? Who was quite good. Yeah, the Juventus and Man City Danilo here. So Flamengo aren't bad, it'd be fair to say. So we are taking on some seriously good players, albeit players getting towards the end of their careers. So maybe that's going to give us some hope. But it will be tough in the next 2 episodes when we take them on over 2 legs. If you enjoyed today's episode, a triple header yet again. We'll shorten the episodes after this one, so don't worry about that from now on. But if you did enjoy it, then make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video. And if you have not done so already, also subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, any of that good stuff to interact with the channel and so that more people are made aware of the series and so that they can get involved. But until that Flamengo game, the first leg, which is going to be awfully tough, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.